in recent times, a number of state governors in Nigeria have been vigorously pursuing their presidential ambitions, arguably at the expense of the business of governance, which is about delivering the fundamentals of life to their subjects. But another strain of argument goes that these governors could indeed be offering the nation invaluable experience by seeking to run for president because of having gone through political mentorship up to the highest level. Analysts say the task before the Nigerian electorate, therefore, is to carefully sieve through what's been put before them, in order to make informed choices at the next elections in 2023. Joining us now to have a quick chat around this important subject is Dr. Omaka Chukwu, an Associate Professor of Law and Director, Ebonyi State University Law Clinic. Good morning, Professor Chukwu. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you, the anchor person. Meanwhile, I'm not an associate professor. I'm a full professor of law of about 30 years standing.
Oh, we apologize, Prof.
A senior advocate of Nigeria.
All right. Wow. SN. Good to know that. We apologize indeed, Prof. Good morning.
It's all right.
All right. So let's get straight to it. 2023 is almost here. And a league of stakeholders that we know that will play a major role. Governors, as you know, are holding sway in various states of the federal, and yet the blames are passed to the federal government. Do you think that governors have a place in the security and safety of citizens in Nigeria? They tend to call them the chief security officers in their state, but then when things happen, they raise their hands, in total submission and say that, every order comes from Abuja. What do you think the roles of governors are really when it comes to security and safety of lives and property for citizens?
You see, if you look at the provisions of the law, the main law, which some lawyers call the anchor, the principal law of the nation, many mistake that document as a legal document. But the truth is that that document, which is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a document for all. It's actually meant to guide everybody in the strata of leadership to know their responsibilities to the people and know how to deliver the dividends of democracy and any other administration to the people. Under Section 14, subsection 1 of the Constitution, it is clearly stated that the welfare of the people, the security of the people, whatever that will make life meaningful is the main essence of governance. So whoever is in government at whatever level, particularly as in this case, the governors, must understand that why they are there is for the welfare of the people, to develop the state, to develop the economy, to make everybody that is resident in that state, whether indigenous or not indigenous, to be secure and have the best of life. So any other agenda outside this falls outside the purview of governance, which you can describe as good governance in the polity. So one thing is clear. Why many are pursuing that agenda, there are others that have personal interest why they go into governance. In fact, as a matter of fact, largely, as far as Nigeria is concerned, many people go into politics to acquire wealth. They go there for their personal interest. That is why when they come with their developmental mantra, when they are campaigning, a lot of Nigerians don't take them serious, and whatever they give them in terms of naira and kobo, they collect it and go away, knowing that all the promises they are making are mere illusions. But there are exceptions to the rule. What I've seen from 2015 to date, we have seen very few exceptional governors that have tried to, make good the provisions of the Constitution, taking the welfare of the people as the basic requirement, as the basic need with which they will deliver their promise to the people. So that's where I'll end now.
All All right, Dr. Chukwu, talking about governance and delivery being the key word here, undoubtedly some governors are doing very well. And in some climes, their performance have actually fallen short of people's expectation. How can peer review rejig the leadership consciousness of governors, especially with the creation of the Governors Forum, in your opinion?
You see, like I said during my introduction, many governors have fallen short of that. Well, it's not my duty to come and critique, but I know there are some governors that have, proved their method. Like if you come to Ebonyi State, for example, I'm from Ebonyi State. I live in Ebonyi State. I work in Ebonyi State, and I'm a professor that is widely traveled. I've gone to many states, and I have seen that Ebonyi is an exception. When I look back, reflect what the state had been prior to 2015, you just bet say there's a man who can really deliver the dividends of democracy. If you come to Ebonyi State today, compared to other states, you see first-class roads, on concrete pavement. You see high-class infrastructure. You see everything that make the life of the people very imperative. You see modern markets. You see empowerment of rural people. For example, the governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency Engineer Dave Umahi, have been selected to be the leader, the chairman of Eastern Governors Forum. It was not by accident that he was selected. His work speaks for him. And that is why he's leading other states. If you go to many states in the Southeast, you can't use their roads. You can't access their market. People are not happy because what they are saying there is the epicenter of dustbin, the epicenter of corruption. But if you come to Ebonyi, you see that it's now called the Dubai of Nigeria, the Dubai of Nigeria. But for me, it's not just the Dubai. If you've gone to United Kingdom when you are landing from Heathrow, and as you are coming down Heathrow, the perspective you get when you are coming down from Heathrow in London is exactly what you see in Ebonyi. Unlike if you are flying, just even take a place like Lagos and Abuja, you begin to wonder whether you are entering the bush. But if I can imagine when an aircraft is flying above Abakaliki, the capital of Ebonyi State, you'll be proud to be called a Nigerian by what you see. And little wonder the governor has, in this short space of time, decided to build an international airport. International airport of any standard all over the world, even though it's called a cargo airport. But I know that airport, going by the pedigree of the governor, will stand to be the best in the country. So, are you talking about economic empowerment of the people? Go to Margaret Umahi International Market. That's, to me, the largest market in Nigeria. Because other markets are answering that name. But you need to visit Ebonyi, if you have not been there, and go to that international market. Everything you are looking for in terms of facility and infrastructure is in that market. And what we are just waiting for is for people to come to Ebonyi and see that there's nothing that we are looking for in the market. You have computer centers there. You have sections on different aspects of technology and commerce and industry. And the idea is to make it a center for commerce in Ebonyi and the entire Southeast, and indeed the entire country. So that infrastructure has been provided to empower the people, because government work is no longer attractive. We can no longer rely on civil service. People need to engage in industry. People need to engage in commerce. And commerce is what the Igbo man is known for generally. Okay, talking about the airport, employment opportunities will be made available through direct employment and also through indirect. A lot of people that will service that airport will bring in a lot of economic benefit to this nation. And I have never seen, go and check the record, within a space of 7 years, the government of Ebonyi State, I'm not talking of other governors now, but I have traveled to see that there's no basis for comparison. Built, by my last count, up to 18 flyover bridges. Some people tend to ask, why flyover? Is that what Ebonyans need? But the truth is that, like the governor of Ebonyi State will say, I'm building for tomorrow. Because today, even when people were like criticizing that adventure, today, you have been proven right. Because if you come to Ebonyi State, you see a lot of traffic jam. I begin to wonder, assuming these flyovers are not there, how would movement have been in Abakaliki? Because people are coming to Ebonyi, seeing that this place has been turned to a modern paradise. You see the lighting everywhere. You see the beautification everywhere. You see the deluge of street lights everywhere. My brother, if you my dear sister, one thing I would challenge us to do is to come to Abakaliki. What we used to know as the dust of the nation have become the envy of all. And one thing that intrigues me more is that I'm a professor of environmental law. Abakaliki, just like any other city in Nigeria, used to be a center of dust, a center of waste. But people don't see this one I'm talking about. They take it for granted. Because if you come to Ebonyi now, it is one of the cleanest states in the country. You sometimes begin to wonder how the governor is able to do this wonder of making sure that the streets are well kept. Making sure that there is order. You can't see any tout walking anyhow, behaving and pushing people. Go to Onitsha, go to Aba, go to Ibadan, go to many cities in the country, go to Kano. You see confusion and chaos.
All right.
But this is a man that have decided to zone every sector to places where they operate. And there is peace. And we're talking about security. How many times have you heard of insecurity in Ebonyi State? Go across the country. You see killings, you see mayhem, you see destruction. But this man has been able to hold this state in such a level that people want to come to Ebonyi and have it and live.
So are you saying governors contesting are better placed in terms of on-the-job experience to be president than others? Because as you know, a number of the state governors have been pursuing their presidential projects and are doing so at the expense of the business of governance. Many analysts say that they have abandoned the idea of delivering the fundamentals of life to their subjects.
I completely agree with you. Many are just interested in power. And that is why they have abandoned their primary responsibility. There's nothing that you're expecting from any government that you cannot find. So it's not among those that have actually abandoned their responsibility.
Looks like we're having technical issues with Professor Chukwu.
Unfortunately, we cannot continue with Professor Omaka Chukwu due to connection issues.